All righty. We're live. We are live. Somewhat. Somewhat live. Hey, Trish Wiley, first in. How you doing? I was almost late for my own live. Good, good. Hey, Tennessee Bushcrafter, what's going on, Chris? You doing all right? Gear, what's going on? I'm just having. I can't say it's a good one. I can just say I'm having. Yeah, just here, man. I'm just here. Things I do before I go live is watch a few videos, try to kill some time, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and then I looked at the clock, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to make a cup of coffee. It's that time already. Just snuck up on me. It's a heck of a name there. Diana versus the Dim Apocalypse. I like that. Welcome in. Welcome in before the apocalypse, pre-apocalyptic live stream. Sure, we'll go with that. Did you post a video of it? Probably. I can say I didn't see it. I'm not gonna lie and say, yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, no, I didn't. My bad. Fair enough. Ah, community stuff. Community stuffs. Hmm. Tell you what, I might cut a heater down or something. I'm actually burning up. Got 40 degrees. I thought they said 20s tonight. I'm not complaining, but let's see. Takes 2 years to unlock the controls on this heater. See, I have to lock it because it's got a flat top, and the cats like to sit on top of the heater, which is where the controls are. So if I don't turn the lock on, my cats will be all over the place and pressing buttons and run my electric bill up. That's 58 in here. That's nice. It's actually nice for a change. All right, I'll put that on low. It is absolutely cooking me. There we go. All right. $73 in the shop, 38 outside. Man, I don't know. Maybe my app is off a bit. You know, I haven't had my phone open all day, so uh, yeah, now it's saying 30 now that I opened the phone up, and they're still giving 24 degrees tonight. 50 do. 52 tomorrow, 55 Tuesday, 62 Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'll take it. I will take it and run with it like a thief in the night. And it's warm when your cats are just like all sprawled out on the furniture, like uh, like they pulled an all nighter drinking and they just passed out wherever they were. That's why they look right now. That's how you know your house is warm, when your animals are just like all chilled. Yeah, we're in that roller coaster part of the year now. We'll be warm for a while. 3 or 4 days warm, sunny days, and then like to pay for those sunny days, we'll have a couple crappy days. Overnight temps are about usual. Yeah, I know. I know, because I had to go outside and take care of some stuff, and I didn't grab my coat. I was just wearing this flannel one here. It's not very thick. Boy, 5 minutes I was already wanting to come in. This old wore out coat, but you know, I can wear it around the house. And what's everybody's plans for the week? Y'all getting into trouble or anything? Eh, coffee. Sort of still warm. Let's see. Yeah, I should bring the scanner over here by the computer so you all can hear how bad our dispatch sounds. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to go to my home page here. Oh, dude, nice, nice Chevy. That's a nice Chevy there. Is that You have the Horde? You have the Horde standard on the side there, don't you? For the Horde. Hey, food, forest, permaculture. What's going on, Howie? Awesome. Awesome. Just just gotta get back in the swing of it, you know. Just don't make so many that you're overwhelmed. Start out nice and slow and work your way up, and once you get back into the groove of things, it'll be like second nature. Shawnee, how you doing? My week plans are to get the results of my blood test, and the dog is going to the vet for a regular checkup. I hope everything works out and you don't have any bad surprises on your blood work, Shawnee. All right, Trish. Trish. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I should have got that coffee. Could have just made y'all wait until I had it made. Huga Homestead, what's going on? Hey, South Florida sunshine. Good evening, Carol. Passamaquoddy, what's going on? Oh, sent me a picture. Ah, nice. Let's see here. Mm, where's my PC hiding stuff now? Let's see. Downloads. My mouse is being weird tonight. Probably time for a new set of batteries. It seems to burn through batteries. Wow. Passamaquoddy been hard at it again. Hey, B, what's going on? Check this out, y'all. Passamaquoddy does some good work. That is pretty. I love the colors on that. Wow. Hey, Wiley. Yeah, she does some good work. She's talented, I'm telling you. See if I could. I zoomed in just a little bit without making it too. Maybe I can just solo that. Yeah, zoomed a little bit, but let's see. Ah, come on. Can't be that bad. Yes, yes, she is awesome. Uh, so, let's see here. So, Deanna, did you just make your channel? Just starting out? Oh, nice. You're ahead of me. I've been sitting here thinking I should get stuff started at least in the house, but that's as far as I got with that. I was just thinking about it. Oh, okay. Well, you can't fault me for questioning because the YouTube streets are full of trolls, and that's the only reason I ask because yeah, it's you can't be too careful these days. You know that. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Really good to see you. See people getting started on the gardens already. I feel like a slacker now. Thank you. Appreciate that. Um, oh, that is awful. I don't know why people have to be so evil. Well, I do know why, but yeah, I've lived in a few. Sure have. But no, I had a nice I had a nice looking Buick Skylark 2 door, and somebody keyed it. And I mean, my wife and I, my ex-wife and I, we didn't bother anybody, but I guess because they didn't know our business, they got had to get my attention by keying up you know keying up my car. I don't know what's wrong with people. They're just evil. Let me see here. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Diana. Just name one litter box. Bear with me here just a minute. Just, wow. Emails from Discord. Update your username. I haven't used that in like 2 years, 3 years. Um, let's see. Hmm. I don't know what they've done to Google or to Gmail, but I can't find what I'm looking for when I want to. Anyway, wow. I don't know what it. I don't know what they've done, but yeah, I'm just looking for an email address here real quick, and no luck. Okay. Um. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like where I mean, I like the community. I just don't. I'm not crazy about the landlord here. He's horrible. He doesn't know how to repair things. He doesn't know how to hire someone to repair them, let alone have money to do it. So I've been talking about this forever. I'm just gonna have to buckle down and do it. Just get the heck out of here. um, Diana, do you want to join me up here? You're more than welcome to. If I can send it to your email, or I could put it here. And if it's not really you, I can just say no. We'll vet you right here on online. Be like, oh no, that's not her. Like, yeah, yeah. You know, yeah. He lives in a cave. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We'll catch you sometime when you're not in your PJs. You're more than welcome to join us up here. Oh, I fair enough. I'm glad you mentioned that because you know, I was trying to think of a very creative way. Um, I think the last email address I had for you is when your very first channel, yeah, apartment prepper. Yep, I think the last time I saw you, Diane, it was on Michelle's channel. Michelle Minton, veteran prepper, and I won something. Yeah, I won a first aid kit. No, I don't think he told us anything about it, but that's cool. Is he cooking his own food? Is like, are you like going, hey, boy, if you want something to eat, go out there and cook it yourself. Does seem like a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago. Don't make us any older than we need to be. I'm gonna get some warm water, some coffee water going. Just take me a minute. Y'all just behave yourselves. When I get back, I better not see anything out of the ordinary. I have to discipline you. All right. Coffee, water going. Excuse me. I got a cat. Oh, okay. She's out of range of the camera now. I was going to put her on, but she's stepped 2 inches away from the camera. Get you a conveyor belt and have your meat delivered from the gear from the grill to the house. And then you have to yell, "Order up!" I haven't done anything with my grill, and I think mine's about. I think mine's a propane. I think it's about done. Yeah, I think it's about ready to be replaced. Uh, I've had it for about 6 years. I've been at this place for 6 years, and I think that's about probably 4 years ago. It was probably done, but I did fire it up last year, and it wasn't even after cleaning it up and everything. It really wasn't doing very well. Hey, Michael Joshua Lewis, welcome in. Big thunderstorm here. Yeah. Angel, what's going on, my friend? Angel's crafty halo being held up by a horn or two. You know what? You know what stops a rooster from crowing? A frying pan. Oh, I believe you. I do. There's no reason you would lie to me. But I will check it. I will check out the video nonetheless. Yeah. Uh, Now I have a second channel, Michael, that I haven't really been running it because I don't like to tie up my laptop running the weather cam, but I do have a weather cam outside, and matter of fact, I can bring up that camera right now. And of course, there's not going to be much to see out here in the country except a few lights. No storming here, just cold and dark. Wasn't me, Bob. Wasn't me. I didn't even step in any cat poop either. So I think you better check your shoes. About 80 degrees there. What state are you in, Michael? Groovy Pop Tart? Or is that channel still around, Diane? New South Wales. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you got it good down there. Uh, still winter time here. It's it's teasing us with like spring like temperatures and stuff, and then like I was saying earlier on in the live that we're in that time of the year where we get a little taste of every season, so we jump up and down in temperature. So every 3 beautiful warm days we get here in Kentucky, we get about 2 or 3 days in a row of cold. But it'll all balance out more towards the middle of spring or March. I'm sorry, March. I think there's a vehicle down the road. About the only movement you're going to see is when a car goes down the road, or maybe an aircraft goes over. Oh, Bob, no. You live very dangerously, Bob. I know she knows some serious ninja moves, and she could put a hurt on you, Bob. That would not be cool. Oh man, well, it has here too, Michael. It's crazy. Cost of living, cost of eating, yeah, just everything. Easy, Bob. She might pick up a dog turd, throw it at you. You can't ever tell. Yep. And right now it's just a big mess. All they could do, really, the news just complains about it, and or the news shares all these people coming over our southern border here in America, but then you got politicians wanting complaining about it, and they're pointing it, the finger at everybody else, and they just need to sit down and say, okay, we need to be like the Soviet Union was back during the Cold War and just close things up. It's awful funny that they all get kickbacks and stuff, and then they turn around and they're starting to beat up on our police officers in New York. Yeah. And release them. No bail, nothing. Just release them. You and I, if one of us Americans or even you there in Australia was to hurt a police officer, they'd throw us under the jail. So way to keep forget about us. Yep. She spit on several, and including her own. You better run. You better not. You better make sure, Bob, you don't have any dog poop on your shoes. It's gonna make it slippery. Yeah, I think that was about the time that I ran across your channel. It was Apartment Prepper back then. Anybody know where our diva is? Carol, have you talked to Diva tonight? Last time, Diane can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when I first started doing live, she may have popped in as Groovy Pop Tart. Get it? Popped in? I'll see my way out. Or in my case, it wouldn't because I use a toaster oven. It's a fresh start. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, duh. See, old age creeping up on me, Carol. You see if my hot water's ready for my coffee. Yeah, behave yourselves. I'm watching you, eyes behind my head. All right, that didn't take long. I see y'all were being good. Oh, don't wake him up. Don't wake him up. He's back here on the couch behind me asleep. I may have been a little premature when I kicked the heater down to a lower temperature. It's now starting to get chilly. I was burning up a while ago. Crazy weather. Hey, what's going on, Lantern Creek? We'll just fire up the big buddy heater. That'll get things toasty in here. Here's something little off topic. Well, not that there is even a topic tonight because I just thought might as well just leave it open tonight. But um, hey, there is my co-host.
Hey, hey, hey.
What's going on?
Not much. Trying to stay warm and away from 4 inches of snow outside.
It hasn't melted.
Partially.
Uh, did you have a good day today?
Not too bad.
Good deal.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you hear me? Okay.
Well, I was told to take the phone cover off so that it won't overheat like it was. So I wanted to make sure that my sound was good and that I would be able to hear you as well.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
Whew. I turned the heater down a while ago, and now I'm regretting it.
Uh oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to tell everybody that, you know, that sheriff down there in Texas was giving that, uh, what was a press conference about, all this stuff that was going on in the border. And then their radio communications being hacked because half of it is all run by computer. Uh, you know, the point I was getting at is here past 2 weeks. Well, yeah, almost 2 weeks now. We've been hearing all this ridiculous crap on the dispatch, and this is for our EMS and fire, and it's just horrible.
Yeah.
And they what they're doing, they're sending it across the internet. It's not secure anyway, but they're in like two counties away, sending it over the internet, and it's like don't use public internet to send something sensitive, especially when the internet could be hacked. And I mean, we were getting like, I was here on the EMS. It was like, and they're like, we can't hear you, dispatch. I was like, no matter how hard you try, we still can't understand you.
Right.
And then just the other day, they were like, we can't, we know you put a call out, but we can't hear you, dispatch, at all. And then when they could hear him, it was hear the lady. It was like static. There was no like the voice was way way low, and it's static. I don't know where that was coming from, but it was bad. It was really bad. And that just shows you just how vulnerable everything is right now.
Yeah, it does. Hello, Miss Diva.
The lovely diva.
They're saying there's feedback.
Yeah, it's a typical. Um, it's not anything. It's not your fault. It's Streamyard. It's just StreamYard. It's how it handles cell phones. I don't know why they haven't fixed that too.
Is it better when I mute to talk?
Um, yeah, it's that I'm not hearing that right now when I'm talking, as long as you're muted. But then I can't hear you if you're muted. That's a lousy trade-off.
I know, right? Yeah, I keep trying, but my devices do not like the internet.
Uh, well, this is obviously something StreamYard needs to work on. I don't think it's anybody's fault except StreamYard. And come to think of it, it hasn't. It just started doing this towards the end of last year, because I was hearing it other people on other people's lives, and there's the host would say, "Well, are you on a phone? Yeah, I'm on a phone. Oh, okay. Do you have earbuds or something to plug in?" They're like, "No, sure don't. Mine are broken or whatever." And it's not the user's fault. It's something that StreamYard needs to work on. They need to come up with a way to filter that out.
Yeah. Hi, Passamaquoddy.
Did you see Passamaquoddy's blanket?
No, I will have to check that out.
You might have missed that. Tell you what, I can forward it to you. I'm done. Passamaquoddy's going for a cigarette. Baby steps, Trish. Baby steps. You'll get there. I know somebody else that needs to make some videos.
Yeah, I know. You're mean to me. Call me out right in front of everybody.
I know, right? But you'd always tell me to shut up. Well, I'll just not say anything about it anymore.
No, you got to keep me on my toes.
Need to make videos.
Yeah.
What? I didn't hear anything. What?
No, it's my subconscious that's talking to me right now, right?
Oh, yes, totally. It's a damn cyber attacks.
Yeah. You know what they said about the MUFON with the UFO community that they were hacked?
Yeah, they were hacked too, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense whatsoever. That doesn't affect our security over here at all. Well, it'd be like them hacking my website. I'd be like, well, good job. I got a backup. Big deal. You didn't bring the United States to its knees by hacking MUFON. Can't you set your sights for something bigger? Wait. Why am I encouraging the enemy? Go hack your mama. It's like go hack your mom's, Facebook account or something. Leave America alone. You don't want none of this. Jeez. And really what they've been doing has just been so it's like they're in a hacking class. They're just learning how to hack, and they're starting out doing these little piddly ass things. It's not like I'm encouraging them to do worse, but I mean, really, uh, really, I mean, is that the best they can do? I haven't really seen anything to make me go, "Oh crap! Look what they just did." Yeah, messing with the EMS, and law enforcement communications. That's a pretty big deal, but it's been like minor stuff. So unless they're just saying, "Well, look what we could do," well, I think you already made your point, people. But you're not really making a big statement. Again, I'm not trying to encourage them to do anything, but you know,
I guess they want to hack them and then leave them a holographic UFO sighting.
mhm. Like hacking MUFON. I'm like, what's that gonna do? I'm sure, I'm sure the administrators of that website probably have backups or their backups. So they're not really doing much there. Homestead Aquarius, welcome in.
Hey, Jedi.
Heater just set just right. Must have an over temperature setting on it because you run it up on high for too long and it cuts itself off.
Are you using the gas or are you using electric?
A little of both. It's just cold. David, you have a good dinner. I bet you did. I've seen y'all's cooking over there. Y'all that was a great live last night. Carol and Maureen.
Yeah, I watched until about 2 o'clock. I had to go to bed.
Yeah. Did you get all? Did you guys went live today too, didn't you? Angel.
Oh, I didn't go live with them. I watched and stayed in chat.
Oh, okay. Cheerleader.
Yeah, that's me. I'm a great cheerleader.
You are absolutely.
Don't worry.
Hey, what's going on, neighbor? Or should I say?
Hi, Randall.
Hello, how you doing?
I just thought I'd try to imitate EMS.
Yeah, just rolled in here.
Oh yeah, you had to get the missus from work, didn't you?
Yeah, it's cold out there.
God, tell me about it.
Cool.
About 9:30 is about the time when I finally got the house where it was warm.
Hmm.
and it was almost too warm. And I'm like, oh, I want to cut this heater back. I should have never done that.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool about all day.
Yeah.
Take some getting back used to. We say there, Tennessee bushcracker.
We'll be back warm again tomorrow. Slow build back up to 60 again. So
Yeah, just enough to make everybody, I guess, sick. At least that wind wasn't blowing 40 mile an hour like it was yesterday and making it 3 times as cold.
it's all fun and games till the Kentucky shows up.
Did I miss something? Oh yeah. I'm not paying attention to the chat. It's just how that go. Talking smack.
But Diva, you always have an open invitation on this panel. I don't even have to tell you that.
Ooh, there's a concert tomorrow night.
Yeah, she's got a singing gig.
Yeah. Interesting. But
melodically yelling at people and making money. That's something I'm pretty good at, is procrastinating until I have to do it. Yeah, neighbor, I have to get under the house again.
oh really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Freaking that line coming up out of the ground where the shut off valve is. I've cut and cleaned and put back together, and I went down there today to cut my water on because I just don't trust it. And I'll be damned if that didn't try to come apart. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Same spot. So I'm going to tear it all out and just start all over again instead of trying to. I should have known better than to try to use the same pieces. They look like they just didn't have enough glue on them from the first try. And we used a different one this time. It's holding in the sink. The section that I had to fix under the sink and the toilet, that's working fine. That's holding great.
Well, you probably, you're trying to use that old piece back. That usually don't work out.
Yeah. So I'll cut all that out and do that all over again. At least it'll be warm tomorrow. So I'll wait till we hit that peak temperature tomorrow, and then I'll go out there and do it. You do take a chance trying to fix that stuff when it's down a certain temperature and whatever it says on the can. Takes longer. It just takes longer, really. But it was warm the day I fixed it, so I don't know. Shouldn't have.
Well, it could have developed what they call a water hammer when you turn that at their water back on. It created a water hammer and it busted it.
Yeah,
is what happened to it.
Well, I'm glad that you can do your own because my water lines is costing me $1,500.
Good Lord, no. I wish I could do it for you. I'd be right there in a heartbeat.
It's it ain't too much of a job. It depends. I've been in places where they was pretty daggone tough, and we tell you right now. I mean, it was tough. Well, fixing them.
That one up on the hill.
Used to be. I used to help work at a job part time. Help the guy out, and he do plumber work and stuff like that. Put septic tanks in and stuff like that. Guess what? I was the guy that had to crawl up underneath the houses.
Oh boy.
As tall as you are,
said-
that's no easy feat.
I said, well, I don't see you got a broke back or nothing. Oh, I'm gonna say blah blah blah. Okay. I'll just lay up under here and just take my time then. I mean, it's pretty. Where my chest was scraping the bottom of the floor joist is how close it was. Oh Lord!
And the
Just-
spiders.
Yeah, just nothing and hoping, praying to God there wasn't no snakes. Because I'd probably tore a hole in that floor. They would have had to probably replace the floor. I mean, I'm not afraid of garden snakes or anything like that, but just a snake in general, just enough to,
Yeah, I
make
can-
make you just a little bit nervous. But around here, you got these garden snakes and stuff, great big suckers. That's all I would need to happen to me, being up underneath a house like that in a close environment. Have something to wrap around my arm. That would be awful. Oh my
yeah.
God, I don't even want to think about it. I don't know what a person would do in that situation, but I tell you what, you would think of several different things, I guess. But fortunately, I didn't run into any critters, not even possums or nothing.
I
It was
think
pretty
you probably.
clean.
I think you probably would have handled it better than Donnie did. I seen him jump in the truck.
Nah, I wouldn't have done that. But
He was hauling stuff up the hill, and that last one he had, it was red or something like that, old Ford. And a black snake come out
Yeah,
of that, in
I'm
the
not
bed of
afraid
that
of them.
truck. Boy, I never seen an old man move as fast as he did. Boy, he run to that,
maybe,
jumped
maybe
up in the cab.
maybe for a split second, until I realized what was going on, I might be just a little bit startled, but no, I've never run into any critters, fortunately. Of course, after you get up there and start doing your job, you forget all about anything being up over there. It's,
I don't.
that's funny how the brain works.
Yeah,
You forget all about things like that.
I don't mind doing it in the wintertime because but the only critters that I have to deal with are those possums and the.
Well, this is about best I can remember. It was like in the middle of summer. I mean, it was just anything what could have happened.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, it was.
The possums and the raccoons are used to seeing me, so I don't think they're really going to care too much.
Well, they ain't gonna bother you no way.
And that groundhog now, I don't trust a groundhog.
Unless it be a skunk up underneath her.
It'll be all right.
Now that right there, if you run up on a skunk, it ain't gonna end well,
Nah.
especially for you.
Nah.
You're gonna come out stinky. But he'll have to take a bath and tomato
The
juice.
juice, yeah.
You see Barry right now taking a bath in tomato juice. It's just like he'll buy all the tomato juice in Walmart just to take a bath in it.
It
I
couldn't
still
even.
smell it.
Yeah. Can you imagine trying to walk through Walmart discreetly, not draw too much attention to the fact you smell like a skunk?
I don't see how you could do it discreetly. I just don't see it happening because somebody's going to say, "What in the world is that smell?" And they're going to zero in right on you. I don't know how that works, but it does work. They'll zero in right on that source of that smell every time, whether you break wind or whatever it is. I don't know. You got a pipe cutter?
Yeah, a hacksaw.
Well, I got a pipe cutter. Hacksaw is okay in a pinch, but I've learned the pipe cutter, you'll get that smooth up against that coupling. You want it up against that coupling as smooth as you can. That way there's no leak. When you put your glue and stuff around it, and it's a little trick to it. I'd have to show you sometime. Yeah, I invested in a pipe cutter and other little things that I probably will only use one time, but it was worth it. It wasn't that much. It's one of them flangers or copper pipe. I had to get one. I figured it was cheaper to buy it than to take it and have them to do it. Because they would do it. I had one done, a small piece, and I got to thinking, so what am I doing this for? Why don't I just buy it and just do it myself? It's really easy.
Yeah.
Well, I experimented on a couple test sections just to get it down to science.
It's a Kentucky weed. I don't smell like
What
skunk.
are y'all talking about? I'm missing the point here. I'm not paying attention.
Sometimes, marijuana smells like skunk.
Skunk? No, it don't. No, believe you me, marijuana does not smell like skunk. I don't know where it started, but unless it's a pretty stinky weed.
Some people perceive it as a skunk smell. I'm not sure why.
Well, I mean, I've never been around it when it was, before it was harvested. I think I don't do that stuff, but I've been around people who were smoking it and it didn't smell like a skunk that I can remember. Of course, after I smacked it out of his hands, after I realized what it was, I smacked it out of his hands and about caught his pants on fire. I said, we was at work one time where I used to work at another job, and we were sitting there eating lunch. All of a sudden, I started smelling. I looked out the window. There was a vehicle. We sit in the vehicle. I smelled the smell. That's the first time I'd ever been around it. And it smelled like burnt rags. And I looked around, and there he had one fired up. Oh, my God. I reached back. I slapped that thing plumb out of his mouth. Woo, woo. I said, what are you trying to do? Get us fired and locked up? Or both? I don't think I want to spend a couple of days in jail. You get that smell on me, you smoke it in here, and that smell is going to get right on my clothes. And I'm going to go home, and as bird eye as my dad he would have smelt it 2 miles away. and I'd had some explaining to do.
Yes, he would.
And of course, I was married at the time too, but I still would have had some explaining to do.
Yeah.
Oh, gardening warrior.
And that's why I
I'm so
smacked
sorry.
That's why I smacked him. Of course, I didn't like him no way. That just gave me an excuse to smack him. We was driving down through Center College with what it was. I used to do a mowing service, and we'd mow different places, around town. Dabble coming through there, we pulling a trailer with the equipment on it. That's my cousin. He started working for us, and he was riding in the middle, and that guy was driving. He started popping his mouth off about something. I can't remember what it was, but he come right through Center College there. You look over to the right. Sometime during the summertime, you'd see them girls out there in bikinis sunbathing. Of course, they don't do it no more, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it. The fight started anyway, and he beat him right beside the head going down through Main Street of Danville. It's one we hadn't took out 2-3 cars going down through there. Oh God, I tell you, I was scared to death. That's where I thought we was going to have it. I said, calm down. He's driving. You can't be beating him upside the head while he's driving. No, that skunk, you get back off subject. I digress a little bit, but that skunk, man, I'd hate to be up underneath the house and what are you going to do? There ain't too much you can do. Just pray you don't see him.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm real still, he won't see me.
Q, I'll send y'all some mint pickled eggs for them girls.
Then all of a sudden,
Oh,
then the skunk sprays you.
you don't say.
Excuse me. Hang on, that bologna sandwich is not my belly ache. We're used to the bologna sandwich, but I had a craving for bologna.
You know what? Last couple packs of bologna I had, I wasn't impressed with it. Something, I don't know.
Dude. Well, we had to stop. I don't mean to interrupt, but I had to, after I picked it up, I said, I need to go by Walmart and pick me up a bottle of that cough syrup, that decongested Tylenol, which they didn't have it, but they had some other type. Oh my God, the prices of cough syrup or anything like that, oh my, it skyrocketed. $8 or something for a bottle about that tall.
Yeah.
Wow.
You almost better off making some
And
of
that
that
was
old,
a cheap kind. And that was a cheap brand.
yeah. Yeah, the Walmart brand.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
but the rest of it was just about as high as it was. The name brand.
That's what I was getting at, Diva. We're on the same wavelength. They start making it like they used to.
Well, you can make the cough syrup per se old fashioned way, but when it comes to that decongestion, you gotta add a little something to promote that. Otherwise, it's just cough syrup, which ain't no bad deal, but you need something to break.
That's where the whiskey comes in.
Well, yeah, true. I mean, whiskey could work. Whiskey and a little bit of honey, that's what they used to take. But nowadays you got, I don't know if I'm correct in this or not, but back in the day, when they had made all that, they didn't have these weird flus like we do now. I mean, viruses.
They're tinkering with that stuff.
And you know, what I'm saying, you can make your own cough syrup, yeah, but you'd have to find something that would act as a decongestant, you know, to add with it, if you wanted to. I mean, the best thing I ever found out that worked for your chest is Vicks Vapor. Rub it on your chest and it'll break and just bundle up there with it, and it won't take a very long till it starts breaking it up. But the main part, you don't want it to go too far. You don't want to wait till the house is burnt down and then call the fire department. You know, you want to catch it just as it's starting to, which mine ain't. I can feel it just a little bit. I have this little slight cough, you know. I can tell it. But I told her, I said, you gave me your virus. I told you to stay 20 foot from me, and you wouldn't do it. You had to be in the same house with me. Why couldn't you went out in the building and stayed? That's my own rule, 20 foot. That's what I used to do back during that all that fiasco back 2 years ago. I said, why? I told everybody, I said, why 6 feet? Why not 12, 14, 20 feet? You know, just stay away from me. Which I loved it. I loved the fact that people.
All right, Tony, thank you for stopping in. Have a good night.
You're checking the mail on the way to the bed. You got a mailbox in your bedroom or something? Or it's in the bathroom?
That would be convenient.
Yeah, but it'd be the only part about that would be, you know, awkward is, you know, be sitting there asleep, you know, and all of a sudden the mailman pulls into your window and shoves his arm through there, and you know,
Be really bad if you have a perverted mailman and they're peeking through that little slot.
he just stands there.
Yeah, just stands
He
there.
stands there and look at you. Of course, you know, it'd be weird. Maybe that's why they don't do it. I don't know. I bet that's why they don't have mailboxes in your house. You gonna walk your butt? How do you do that, Tennessee? Yeah, if you got an RC car parts down in there, Tennessee, you better be going getting them because they probably won't be much count if there's any kind of electronics or anything.
That's something I need to do. I need to check my mailbox. I forget it's down there. Of course, I don't much care for walking up that hill. It's steep.
well, if that front trailer went down there, what you could do is rig up a conveyor system and put your box on the conveyor belt and let it go down there and just kind of sit there. When the mail company puts it in there, you just, you know.
Yeah.
But you can't do it. You got to.
Oh, those vacuum tubes. Just put them in. You just put it in that little canister and shoots up the hill.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool, I guess. But the point is, the problem with that is that there's no telling what else will be crammed up in there.
Yeah.
Be like rats, crap.
Every spring I have to deal with ants in my freaking mailbox. I look over at Jordan's. He never has any on his. Maybe he needs some. Maybe I should share the joy of opening the
You
mailbox
can
and a
get you a
bunch of
big donut or a sugar coated donut and just cram it in, throw it in the back of his mailbox. What I do, share the love with him, you know. Back in the day, talking about all that, we put a cat in the mailbox. Old tomcat we caught. Put in that mailbox. That cat was mad. Oh, he was mad when we crammed him in there. We done it just a little bit before the mail run, because we know about what time he'd run, you know. He was a big old cat too, but he was mad.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we heard a car coming. We know it was mail. Here he come. An old man used to be a mailman, and we sat back there hid, watching. He popped that door open. That cat jumped out. Oh my God! He was a screaming. That cat was tearing him up. Oh, it was so funny. If he knowed who'd done that, he'd have killed us. He'd went postal. we teenagers, we didn't care. We didn't think of the repercussions of that. But
20 minutes round trip for Tennessee's driveway. Just to go get the mail. Dang, dude.
20 minutes, depends on how fast you walk. That's be almost about from here to your house, Barry.
Yeah.
Depends on how fast you walk.
He said on foot.
You get your bicycle there, Tennessee.
E-bike.
Bicycle. Or one of them motorized scooters or something.
See, I keep trying to tell you, Carol, and life's a bit better here in the sticks. Think you might be catching on a bit.
Well, it has its advantages to a point, you know. I say for somebody that's never lived in the sticks or whatever you want to call it, they probably enjoy the hell out of it. It'd be a different environment, that's for sure.
Have a cat staring me down. I don't know what I did, but
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous now.
Well, that's enough of me. Enough of people seeing my ugly mug. I'm going to the Avatar. What happened to Angela? I didn't see her.
Her phone doesn't like StreamYard. It gets hot.
Well,
she even took the phone cover off of it. The phone protector.
Yeah, it does.
Still got hot.
It does work on them. Yeah. Yeah, I seen a Tennessee talking about that bobcat. I seen a lot of critters moving out and about here the last few days. Seen a fox last week, I think. And I've seen a lot of squirrels out moving around too. They're not moving around this time of year. Usually staying close to their in the woods. I ain't seen no deer though. I ain't seen any deer. I'm sure
All
they
right,
do.
Maureen. Thank you for stopping in and sing your heart out for that on that concert tomorrow. I know you do really well. I've heard what you are capable of doing. You got this.
I think Carol said she fell off a wagon on something.
Oh, well.
Went back to drinking, didn't you? Can't stand it no more. You had to go back to drinking, didn't you? Well, I've never had that happen there, homestead, but somebody's phone getting hot in the summertime.
Oh, mine did.
Of course, mine ain't. I don't use mine much for anything like that.
Yeah, I was out filming last summer, and it was one of the really hot days that we had, and it said thermal protection and enabled or something, and it shut down.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I
I'm sure. Yeah, it happens.
it was right in the middle of a video, and it didn't save the video. I was so mad, and I was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding!"
Yeah. When I was telling you the other day out at having a problem with ClipChamp, evidently it saved it to my computer anyway. It did download it after all.
Oh,
It just it didn't show it.
yeah.
I said, "Well, you got to be kidding me!" But I learned a little trick on that though on ClipChamp. When you're exporting it, don't click that OneDrive where it says save to OneDrive. Don't click on it. Let it sit there and export. Don't and when it's done, it'll automatically have a button there. It will pop up and say it'll say save to computer or something like that. And that was 720p, 1080p. I mean. But other than that,
Hello, Don.
I'll tell you what, there, Homestead, you probably, if you just, if you got to be on the internet for anything on your phone, just stick your head in the freezer when you're doing it. That'd be probably a good idea.
Empty out the deep freeze and sit in it.
Now just lay in it until you get done. And, whatever works. Yeah, we don't know there, Homestead, until you try it. Try it. You might like it. Hey, it's a pretty good idea. I said, what you doing with your head stuck in that refrigerator? I'm doing it live. Shut up.
That'd be a constant mukbang life right there.
I'm doing a short on my cold cuts and sausages and my Nutty Buddies. So yeah, you can do a live on your Nutty Buddies. So you'd be in the freezer and everything. So that's a good idea. You tried Icy Hot. Well,
Just
rub
don't
your
rub
band.
your eyes.
I don't even want to know. I don't even know. Want to know where you put that Icy Hot, really? 'Cause, you know, if you
Oh
ever get heat
my.
rash, you need to use that Icy Hot. That'd work good on that heat rash.
Oh
And
yeah.
sometimes you try that, and I guarantee it'll take care of the heat rash. Guarantee it. Because once you put that on there, you'll forget all about the heat rash.
Yes, I do, Tennessee.
He'll forget all about it, won't he? He'll be thinking about how am I going to get this off?
Yeah, I remember that, Tennessee. Sure do. Well, that that was back when what's her name was doing the sniffing thing.
Foot videos. Y'all having foot fetish videos? I don't even want to know. Scratch that. I bet you even had them painted. Their toenails was even painted.
One does not need to follow instructions with over-the-counter medications closely.
Nah, just add a little bit to it more than what it says, you'll be all right.
Tennessee bushcrafter, I do not wish to discuss you sacrificing that mint to your dog and the bad thing you did to that mint. Oh man.
Bisexual looking feet.
Oh my.
I don't know what you
Oh my. We went there.
talking about Tennessee. Bisexual feet.
My goodness. Yeah, well, that's a whole new can of worms there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole that I don't think I need to go down it.
Back up before you go too far. You get out of that rabbit hole. Mid sniffing abuse.
Lube up a wiener? What you want somebody to lube up a wiener for?
Oof. How about we not and say we did? It hurts just thinking about it.
Well, you forget all about the heat rash.
You would. Yep.
Yeah, you know, that's why it go away. Right?
I want to hear that call on the dispatcher, on the scanner. I want to hear that call.
Oh, golly.
56-year-old male says he used icy hot for lubricant.
Oh, okay. I guess whatever. I guess that's a satisfactory explanation. I guess I don't know. I'm just agreeing with it and going on. Oh my God, non-binary feet.
Careful, Q. You'll be giving the next generation ideas.
Yeah, I don't know. Just when you think you've read everything, you ain't read nothing yet. Oh yeah, it does. It exists because we've seen it in chat, so it has to exist.
Well, Bob, I don't know. You might have to order some flowers, some chocolates for her.
Well, yeah, when they start doing that, you better reach and slap them real good and wake them out of that coma they're in. Then hand them some flowers and a box of chocolates. Here you go. Happy Valentine's Day. But I like watching this movie. Well, look at these pretty flowers.
All right, Angel.
What are you gonna do? Put your phone in the freezer, Angel? Oh, but if you did know, you would be watching it right now. Well, hey, don't feel bad about that. I don't think there's a whole lot of people that knows who he is either. Oh my God!
Really now? I mean, come on. Ugh. You know, like I'm not into guys, but really, I don't. Yeah, I just. Bob, I'm so sorry. You may have to have Mrs.
Yeah, he's a
Price
transporter,
kept.
all right. He's a transporter.
Oof.
What's that new movie he got out?
Gardening Warrior said, "Okay, he ain't that pretty." Oh yeah.
Well, he don't have to be pretty.
I'm not everyone. I didn't know who he was.
Well, the name didn't strike me. I wasn't familiar with the name, but I know who he is. I've watched some of his movies.
I don't keep. There's stuff I don't need. I just don't keep up with the movies and the actors and stuff.
He's got a new movie out. I can't remember what it is now. It's
a wee bit older, like Sam
The
Elliott.
Beekeeper.
Huh?
It's called The Beekeeper.
Oh,
I haven't watched it yet, but it's not out. It's still in the movies, I think, or was, or something.
a wee bit older than Sam Elliott. Lord have mercy. You want Methuselah?
Oh, he ain't as old as Sam Elliott. I say I gotta say he's close to being.
Jason is 56. So
I bet you he might be. I don't know.
Sam Elliott is 79. Case in point.
Sam Elliott is a different story. Now he is a cowboy.
Case in point. Not older than Sam Elliott. Okay, because that's not what I read earlier. You said I prefer my man a wee bit older like, okay, I read it wrong. My bad, Q. Sorry.
Don't get excited. Just calm down. They're just actors. Calm down. Take a cold shower and you'll be okay. Or just stand out out there in the front yard for about 20 minutes and they should take care of it. Naked. Stand out in the front yard naked for about 20 minutes. You'll forget all about Sam Elliott.
Welcome back, Angel.
Oh well. Oh, it's the voice. Oh. The voice is what does it for me. Hi there, Donald Duck. I'm Mickey Mouse. Ah. Hi, my name's Sam Elliott. Oh.
I think a lot of women did, Angel. Some of them secretly.
God. What? Yeah, when he was younger, probably. I bet they say, "Oh, but he's so safe and secure now that he's old."
Hey, popcorn.
Yeah, 40 years at least. Not Tombstone. He played in the Sackets too at Western. The Sackets. That's where he got his main start at on that movie. Sackets. Before that, I never did hear of Sam Elliott before that. Him and the one that played Magnum P.I. Oh. Yeah, Roadhouse too. He had a small role in Roadhouse. Patrick Swayze had the bigger role though. That's what she said.
Tom Selleck was.
Yeah, Tom Selleck. Yeah. I always knowed him as Magnum P.I. though.
Yeah. I always wanted that car.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
Yeah, he was in some. It was he wasn't well known. I mean, he didn't get his big start until the Sackets.
Popcorn. So, have you had time to check those heaters out? They put out pretty good heat. I hear they're really like super efficient, which is more than I could say for this propane heater. Like it's okay on high, but it goes through fuel pretty quick on a high.
To be quite honest with you, that movie Tombstone, if Sam Elliott wasn't in it, it wouldn't have been as good, and that's why he was in it.
Oh, okay. You haven't hooked it up yet. Cool. Well, yeah, I'd be curious how that works for you. Because it'd be better to hear it from somebody that's not trying to promote it, on a channel. But I've heard mixed reviews, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe people were expecting more than they.
Well,
24 hours on 2 gallons. Whoa, dude.
Well, that would be, those type of heaters would be great. Just you got to understand what they are and not expect a whole lot out of them. They'll be good in a situation where you needed the heat. And, yeah, I always did believe that Bushcrafter because Tombstone, I just didn't care nothing about the rest of them. Sam Elliott was the only true Western person in there that if he wasn't in there, that movie wouldn't have been worth watching. Anything with Sam Elliott's good to watch.
Yeah.
They put him in there. They had to have him.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with one if I had one popcorn. I think I would leave it factory because I certainly wouldn't want to screw around with one that people think, oh, we'll get more BTUs or this and that and the other, and then all they got is a brick.
Val Campbell was pretty good, but he just didn't fit the part. I never was a Val Kilmer person anyway. But they'll take in people and they'll put them in them westerns, and some they'll act like they were born to it. And you got some that'll play a western and they stick out like a sore thumb. And I'm a pretty good western type of guy. No, but Barry, to change the subject, but them heaters, yeah, you start dicking with them. I wouldn't want to do that. Not unless I know what I was doing. That's me. It's like me taking a kerosene heater and trying to squeeze out another 50 or 60 BTUs out of it. I don't know if anybody down here or it has anything. I'm sure they do in diesel heaters like that. But you got a picture of what it looks like, Barry? Anything would be better than freezing. Bonanza is my favorite, and then Gunsmoke. And there's actually, I was watching some old Western TV shows that I had never heard before, but they were actually good. One was called Tombstone Territory. That was a pretty good one. I liked it. Pretty good. I don't know how many seasons it was on back in the day, but even Henry Fonda played on a TV Western. I don't even know how many seasons it ran either, but it was called The Deputy. And I was surprised to see him on that. I didn't think he'd done TV stuff, but that could have been when his early days too. It's called The Deputy. I think I was watching it on. Let me remember here. It might have been Pluto or might have been Tubi or something like that. It was actually pretty good too, but you can't beat Bonanza and Gunsmoke. I mean, they're icons. I didn't know Lauren Green was from Canada. Played Ben Cartwright. He's from Canada. Yeah, I guess it was okay. His Doc Holliday. I was mostly trying to compare it to the older movie of Tombstone back in the late 60s. They had one. And, but Sam Elliott made that movie. I thought.
Brokeback. Don't get me started on that.
Oh my God. Brokeback Mountain. Anybody would even think that was a Western or something wrong. They were off in the head or something. Golly, that's putting cowboys to shame. I wouldn't want to compare it to that. Oh, golly. Yeah. How much is in diesel heaters like that you talk about there, Barry?
I've seen several different prices. I haven't really priced one myself, but
well, how big are they? I never seen them before. I'm sure they've been out there for quite a while, but I've never.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, it was a romantic Western, all right. I guess that's one way of putting it. That ain't too bad on the price of that.
No, cheaper than a propane heater or a kerosene heater.
Uh-huh.
Some of these are 12 volts. Looks like most of them are, I think. Well, that would be no big deal. Could probably run one off my solar over here.
$109, $105. Not a bad deal. That's like one of them torpedo heaters there. Them things there, I wouldn't want one of them in the house. Oh, let me see, garage, car, trailer, truck, boat. No fuel tank. It
It's
has
got
no fuel.
the fittings and everything to vent the
Oh, okay.
exhaust out. Uh,
Oh, okay. I'll get you now. Huh. Interesting. I don't know.
of course, diesel what $4 a gallon now?
Yeah, but it depending on how many BTUs that is, you know. What I'm saying.
And they go by kilowatts for some odd reason.
Yeah, I don't know what that. How that translates into BTUs. But I mean, whatever works.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'd say you should be able to run it off farm diesel. It's all, you know, should be able to. There ain't a whole lot of difference between farm diesel and road diesel.
Yeah, well, all the common that didn't tell me a damn thing.
I don't know. I'd have to see one and gauge it myself. But in descriptions ain't telling a whole lot. What worked good for one person might not work in another situation. That'd be the only thing that I would have a problem with. If they're like those torpedo heaters that run off diesel and kerosene and stuff. That boy, them things are dangerous.
This one you're talking about, torpedo. Yeah, they're not really.
They're not for houses. You don't
No.
want one house. You talk about they'll set it on fire in a matter of seconds. Boy, but they'll warm it up though. If you had some way of piping that in there, son, I'm telling you what, it won't take it long for it to warm it up. But I don't know how you'd even do it. Unless you just bricked up a, you know,
I
cinder
wonder-
block. And if you had some chimney blocks laid on the side and put together, you know, and run that through them chimney blocks and had you a chimney flue running into your house, that'd be the only way I would do it. And I still don't know how hot it would get that chimney. I mean, that flue. Them things put out heat, boy. We used to run one in the stripping room in the backer stripping room in the winter time. That's what we used to heat it with a lot of times, and golly, it'd run you out there in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't care how cold it was outside. We usually just sit out in the gangway of the barn and just point it inside and let it run like that. It done pretty well that way. Yeah, the diesel fumes would be the only problem I would have, if it was good ventilation and all that stuff. I don't know.
I mean, with this buddy heater, I still open a window, or not a window, but I open the back door and let some fresh air in.
Yeah, you got to.
It does have the sensor on it, so if it gets the oxygen is too low in the room, it will kill the heater.
Well, that's a good thing.
But I still don't trust that, so I still open the door up and let a little cool air in. Yeah, I do the same thing when I still have a kerosene heater, but I used to do the same thing with kerosene heaters. I'd open a window or a door.
Yeah. You get that carbon monoxide as the main factor. That carbon monoxide, you don't even know it's even high until it's done got you, for the most part. But as long as you got it ventilated, somewhat, you'll be okay. If you got like a window cracked a little bit or something, just anything.
Oh, what's a Vesta heater? I will find out. Oh.
Looks like I've heard of them before. Of course, I don't get out much.
Oh, okay. Self-powered camping indoor outdoor heater and stove.
Oh, well, them things, there ain't no way they can put out that much heat.
Forced air. Okay. Heat output. Why do they put it in kilowatts and watts? Come on. I need BTUs. British thermal units, please. This is what I wanted to get, was the Mr. Heater, the one with a stand, but couldn't justify $180 plus.
Well, if you got a small room or something like that, yeah, one of those would be fine, probably. But when you're trying to heat up a whole house or a couple rooms, no.
I'll tell you what, if you had nothing else, electric was off and everything,
it would come in handy.
Yeah,
and it'd be better than freezing. Yeah, it would be better than freezing. I'll grant you that. I don't know. whatever person can acquire, I guess anything works. I reckon. Yeah, I'm little bitty cans, but you can buy them cans. Little you I bet you it's kerosene too. Or alcohol based. It's got that little, the inside of that can's got that little material in it, and it's soaked in that alcohol type solution. That's what some of them are.
Well,
That's one of the, that's a buddy heater. That's you.
well, which way's the
That's
cat?
it. That's his big buddy. Look at his big buddy.
That's just on medium.
Yeah.
Feedback. Nice.
Now them things right there, now they will put out the heat. They will do that.
18,000 BTU on high.
Yep. No, they'll put out the heat now, but they'll suck through a tank of gas, propane, and nothing flat. That's the same with any of them propane. They unfortunately they will do that, but when it's all said and done, and I know it's a lot of work, but you really can't beat, I guess, wood stove. I guess I'd like to have me a small wood stove in here for next year. One of them little bitty small ones.
Yeah.
Of course, I still use my kerosene. I would, but I don't know. It is aggravating, but I tell you what, it would keep you from freezing because you can always go back in the woods and get fuel. It's not all you need is a saw and an axe. And
now I've seen people take this grill off here and flip it upside down. They slip it in the handle, and they've actually cooked off of that. You're not going to catch me doing that.
well, yeah, I guess you could do that.
It gets ungodly hot. I mean, I can't hold my hand right there for very long without setting my hand on fire.
I'd say you possibly could do that.
But it would boil water in no time. I can tell you that.
I never tried it, but you know what? Half time I don't even pay attention to the scanner. It can be, I can hear the noise, but it don't register in my head anymore.
Yeah, I couldn't understand that at all. It just sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Actually, I didn't even, until you mentioned this now, I didn't even know it come on. My attention span is slipping. Oh, well, her cat meowing. Who are you and who? Well, you want to go outside? Okay, well, come on then. You want to go out meowing? Come on then.
Ooh, better a cat than me. Ugh. I'd rather stay in here where it's warm. But I look at it this way: anything that you could do to keep yourself warm and still save some money is always a plus, no matter how you go about doing it. I pay more in the wintertime trying to stay warm than I do in trying to keep cool in the summer. Oh, something I wanted to ask you all, especially Carol, Diane, well, just about any of you. Does anyone remember back? It might have been the 70s. There was a movie called oh wow, I just slipped my I just had it. Well, I have to look at my Facebook or my YouTube history. Just saw the soundtrack for it, but I didn't see the actual movie. Let's see. History.
Yeah, well,
Okay, the movie was Time to Run. I think Billy Graham might have hit off that movie. I'm not sure, but it was pretty much about whether you made it for the rapture or not. And all these musicians and stuff. The soundtrack for the movie was a little hokey, but what wasn't back in 1973? I've been trying to find the movie. I'm surprised the soundtrack is even on YouTube, but the movie itself doesn't seem to be coming up. I don't know. I didn't try Google. But I remember as a kid, one of the churches we went to was playing it. It's a movie or something we got to watch. And I think we skipped that day. I don't think Mom and Dad were too enthusiastic about it for some reason. Oh, yeah. Well,
oh, I wonder what that noise was. I had my CB on. That down low.
apparently it's on Tubi. But yeah, it was.
Never seen it.
Oh, wow.
Never seen it.
So here, I guess, Time to Run, Billy Graham movie is on you. Why did that not show up when I searched it earlier today? Oh, I tell you what. Discover the powerful coming of age story of a student environmentalist who shames his father's legacy and abandons everyone who leaves him, including his girlfriend, Michelle. On the run from his family, the authorities, and most of all, God, Jeff finally confronts the deep hole in his life that only one thing can fill, which was his salvation. Yeah, it was pretty hokey. The whole thing was hokey. I understand what they were trying to do, but I don't know.
Well, there's so much of this stuff out here right now, discrediting Christianity and everything, and the people in most churches have embraced it, and most of the pastors in these churches have embraced it, and they're just leading their whole congregation straight to hell. Every one of them, or at the very least, confused.
Yeah.
And that's truth.
What's going on, LW? Well, you can't.
I tend to stay away from them movies because they are so. They have a somewhat of a meaning, but they twist it, and well, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but they just don't appeal to me because watching a movie like that ain't gonna affect your Christian life one way or another. You got to live it and do the best you can. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching them, but just pay attention, like anything else, I guess. Ain't nobody perfect, and it's the way it goes. And in a few minutes, I'm gonna take some of that cough medicine. I'm gonna try to get ahead of this.
Yeah. Beat it before it beats you.
Yeah, I've learned that to be the best medicine itself. Just get a good jump on it. If you can stay at least a day ahead of it, it won't be as bad. And then I've had, it would just catch you all of a sudden and just be wham. And you didn't have time even. There was one time I was feeling pretty good. I mean, probably the best I ever felt in a while. And boy, the next morning, I was so sick. Oh my God, I had the flu.
Yeah.
It was that quick. Well, one time it was like at 12 o'clock that day, nothing, not a thing, wasn't even coughing. And then that night, this one hit. It's crazy how that stuff works. But yeah, the best medicine is to try to get a jump on it. Because doctors, they'll tell you there's nothing, they don't want to give you too much antibiotics.
Well, that's because your body builds a tolerance to the antibiotics, and then they're not useful at all.
Well, if it's bacterial, yeah, it'll help it. Say, for instance, bacterial pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll help that. That's why it's called antibacterial. Antibiotics. But for a virus, there's not a whole lot that they can do for it. I think they, on the Simpax, Z-Packs, which you have to be almost dead before they give it to you.
Yeah, pretty close.
Usually I can, if I'm sick like that, I usually can go straight to my doctor and tell them what I want, what I need, and they usually just write me out a prescription for it. But they know my condition and everything, health wise and everything. Well, that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know if you ever dealt with Dr. Crace when he had his practice, but boy, he act like he just like he could feel how you were feeling or something.
Yeah.
I'd say no, I need that CPAC. Just give me that because that's what worked before. And you would think you would have looked in the records and seen, oh yeah, that's right, it did work for you, didn't it? Ooh.
Yeah, you have to be pretty much dead before they'll give it to you.
He just had that cocky attitude about him.
Oh, I never did like him.
So glad when he retired.
Yeah. On top of that, you had to sit in his waiting room, seemed like for 2-3 hours to even be seen.
Yeah.
And just like, no, hell with this. I'm not doing it. I'll find some other doctor somewhere. No, I ain't sitting here on 2-3 hours. No, ain't no sense in it. My doctor, I can go right in there and I'll sit down for about 10 or 15 minutes, depending on how busy they are. I'm usually right in there.
Yeah, mine is down there at next to the hospital there, across from the health department. You don't sit very long in that office either. They're pretty quick. They'll send you next door to the hospital there for blood work. You come back, tell them, I guess, you tell them, you're done with that. One time I didn't come back, and I guess they got because they're not going to tell you what your blood work came back with anyway that day. They're going to wait until the next day.
I'm like, what the hell was that?
What in the world?
That was the airport. He's like he's yawning when he was talking.
Gosh dang, he better be waking up.
He's like he's yawning when he's talking. Airport. They're going to crash into somebody's barn. Yeah, I know that, but what are you going to do? There ain't much you can do. These daggone nutrition stores are daggone high. They're about as high as daggone Walmart. I don't know. You're screwed either way you go. I take a lot of vitamins. B12 and stuff, and vitamin D, vitamin C. I've been taking them since 2020. Well, yeah, 2020. Every day. Maybe that's how come I didn't get the C virus as bad, but I was trying to educate people on that, on wearing them masks and stuff. When they were pushing them masks, I said, y'all crazy. They do not work. They are not designed for that. I know. You know, somebody coughing or something like that. That'd be the only thing it'd be good for.
Yeah, I pretty much got to the point. I mean, I was taking them all the time, and I got to that point. I just couldn't. I couldn't
You
afford
can,
those. Couldn't afford
Yeah,
to.
those books. There's I seen it was talking about them books. Yeah, there's books out there that you can make your own stuff from the wild. That may be something I need to invest in. There's a book that's got that in there. Because that would be a good idea. It would. There's a lot of stuff out here. Your vegetables, some vegetables are good antibiotics. And, you know, drink them as a soup. My grandma used to know all about that.
Yeah, yeah.
I need to get me a book.
She seems to be on the right track, Carol. She knows her stuff. The herbs and everything, yeah. There for a while, I was taking them. I was getting them over at that nutrition center over in Danville. I used to work with the guy that owned that place. I don't know who owns it now, but or he worked there. I don't know if he actually owned it or he co-owned it. But I was actually doing pretty good on the herbs and everything, and I was learning a lot. Had a big book.
Maybe you should have took the women vitamins. It might have been the opposite.
Might not be able to stay out of the restroom.
Yeah.
Is that a kid?
No, I just some idiot. I guess they're. Oh my God!
What the heck?
That's the airport. That's some the airport or something. Oh my God! Somebody's smoking some wild cigarettes.
LW, what you been up to lately? Staying out of trouble? It's a railroad. I'm hearing the railroad. I'm not hearing any planes, but good to know there's no defects except for that one. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes you got to get into some trouble, though. It just kind of shakes things up a little bit. Yeah. How do I was gonna show this new app that it actually works with one of my radios, but I think because I have my uh mixing board and stuff on the USB, I don't think I can hook it up and it not interfere. I guess there's one way to find out, isn't there? Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Amazing the radio has a charge after 2 weeks not being charged. That's pretty good. See if we can do this live. I'll probably end up breaking something, I'm sure. We'll just see what happens now. Why don't we? Ashtray out of my way. Ah, it talks. Let's see what happens. Give it a minute to start up. Oh. I don't know if I started that up right. Probably not. Let's see. Try that again. Yep, it's going to make a liar out of me. Of course.
eh.
Well, I could show the app. It's just not going to show all the cool features on it. Let's see how I could do this. Present. Yeah. Okay. Well, that part's working. It's just not going to show the display. It shares the same display as the walkie-talkie, but for some reason it doesn't want to do it.
StreamYard.
Yeah, it might be StreamYard doing, or it could be that I'm using a different USB port than I usually use. I don't reckon there's anything else I had to do, but apparently, oh yes, there is. Haven't played with this in a while, and I forget where all the functions are.
It happens when you don't play with it for a while.
You if you don't use it, you lose it.
And that's what I read somewhere.
Oh yeah, okay, port. That's why it wasn't working. There we go. Yeah. Now let's see. Turn my camera on. Bring that back up. So everything that's on this radio right now, this cheap $30 radio, and it wants to focus, don't it? There you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everything I do on this interface will happen on this radio too. You can see I'm changing channels and whatnot. The only thing it won't do, it won't transmit. I have to upgrade to the next version of the software, but it pretty much turns your walkie-talkie into a software-defined radio. And the upgraded version, which is all free, the upgraded version will allow you to push that PTT button, and you can talk over your phone, or you could talk like through your computer into your radio and then receive back. And you get a spectrum analyzer. And I know some people are going, what in the heck is all this? What? I don't know what this is. You might recognize that if you ever messed with SDR. Are you there, Goblin?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm mesmerized by the
It's pretty cool. Isn't it?
blue screen.
And it I can set parameters, like if I wanted to scan, I could set a parameter and it would stay within those parameters and only scan what I tell it to. Yeah, TX is not available right now. But let's see. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Let's see. A and B.
Carol will need you to draw it out on crayon so she'll understand it.
Radios for preschoolers. Yeah, it's just a fun little interface for this walkie-talkie. And like I said, the upgraded version, you can do all kinds of wild stuff with it. So let's see if I can get it to do this here. Okay. I can't remember what channel 1 is on MERS. MERS channel 1.
Well, I've got channel 1 here. I don't know if you probably even hear it or not.
I need to know what the frequency is so I can type it into the phone. Oh, 151.820. Okay, so.
Yeah, I don't.
I
had that radio on, didn't even know it.
1. Yeah, I think we had intentions of hollering on it, and we never did.
Well, I turned it on earlier today and got to turn it off.
Go ahead and key up and see if it.
Okay. Let me go outside.
Yeah, it's yeah, for some reason it's not receiving, but
Evidently, it's not reaching me. You must not. Your radio probably in a bad spot.
yeah, I just wanted to see if it would receive you, but it's not.
And two, I wasn't gonna stand there much longer. No,
Yeah, yeah,
no.
I don't blame you there.
Heck of that experiment.
I don't know. It's not analyzer's
It's not
showing
registering it,
anything.
is it?
Nah.
Maybe if I was to fart, would it register it?
Probably.
Be like a squiggly line.
Yeah.
It'd be like a little squiggly line, a brown squiggly line. Oh, what is that brown line? It's a waterfall. It's brown in the waterfall.
Man, it's still not picking it up. That's weird. Anyway, just something silly I thought I'd show you all, but this is where we've. This is how.
People in chat are going.
Aw, yeah, good people. They just haven't been exposed to the stuff.
But it's cool. That's a cool feature, though. I mean, it's a little bit brainy, but you know.
Yeah, well, when I upgrade to the next version, because this is still in alpha phase right now, so.
Alpha.
But all these functions will work.
Yeah.
And
I reckon.
it's got all these options, like you can use your computer's sound card. You could do hands free if you wanted to. Just start talking, and it'll key up, and people will hear you, whatnot. Pretty cool though. But yeah, shoot, $30 radio, and it does that right there after somebody wrote, some code for it. I thought, man, you guys, somebody's smart. Sure wasn't me.
What wasn't you?
Smart.
You heard that? I wasn't in the living room, but done that.
I said smart. I didn't say fart.
I thought you should fart. Well, I did do it. I'm not ashamed.
No shame in your game.
I'm a man. That's what men do.
Man.
We fart and beat our chest. And the women go, "Oh, I wish you wouldn't do that." Thanks.
Hey, Carol, I can't help you with the Instagram part, but I can show you how to put links on your about page.
Instagram.
That's pretty easy.
Well. I am about 2 seconds away of hopping off this
Yeah, I
train.
Yeah. didn't want to run too late tonight myself.
I take my call certain stuff and see what ain't happening on television and maybe go to bed.
Oh, surely you're not going to check out the propaganda machine, are you?
Oh yes, I'm gonna say.
Oh, well, yeah.
You gotta see what the other side.
Don't click on that link.
They're distributing porn links out there.
Y'all behave out there. What I tell you? I'm gonna take your car keys away. Next, I'm gonna ground you. Don't be acting up in here.
Well, I'm gonna hop off there, Barry. I'm gonna cut you loose there and make you wing it the rest of the way. I'm done. So I'll catch you around sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for coming up, neighbor.
All righty. Well, we'll catch you later. Have a good one.
Later. The links? What links? I missed something. Of course, I had that window open and I couldn't see I couldn't see chat with that extra window open. On my about page. Well, they moved the about page, right? Oh, I don't have adult movies. No, you're on your own. You have got to find those type of movies or videos yourself. That's on your own time. YouTube's got this weird policy about showing things like that, I'm a little weird, but I'm not that far weird. Yeah, I just think it's kind of weird how they moved our about thing, about page all around on our. This is really messed up, folks. I don't know why they did this, but it's right here. The dumbest thing I've ever seen them do on YouTube. Well, one of the dumbest things. But to add those links, Carol, you just go to customize channel. Is it gonna? Yeah, there we go. And then you scroll down to, sorry. First you go to basic info. Scroll down. And right here underneath your description, you get down to the bottom here. It says links. And then I found it best to copy the links to like a notepad or something like that. So you can copy and paste them all in here, or you can just leave the tabs open go to a tab, copy it, its URL, and just stick it down in here and give it a title. And then, of course, after you make changes to your links section, you got to remember to hit the publish button. Otherwise, it won't stick. You got to give sometimes up to about 15-20 minutes for it to make changes to your page. That's pretty much how you do that. Interesting, huh? Oh, I can fix that real quick. There you go, Wiley. Now you can share a link. As long as it's YouTube approved, you can share a link. There you go. Just review everybody here. Yeah, okay. All righty then. If y'all want to drop your links, go ahead. As long as you're wrenched, you can. You're always welcome to share your channel links out, whatnot. But no Pornhub. Oh, no. I'm not feeling my best tonight. I don't think I've got a 24-hour in me. That's okay. You just ask anytime. Might make a video of it, something short. Just like I did for adding, adding the fancy links. Now, these right here, let me share it. I forgot that I wasn't sharing. Yeah, good job, Barry. All right, all these fancy ones here that show your avatar. I did a video for that on how to add all those. You show you my list. So we got some familiar faces in there. And I did a video for that, and it shows how you can add those to your page. That was way back. Adding channels to your channels page. Yep. So let's see. You just copy that link and I'll put it in the chat. All right. Dang it. Dang it. What? What are you dagging, Homestead? It's been a weird night, guys. Ouch. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. Most of you are. And if you're not, I'll add you. And that also, in that tutorial, I mentioned that all the changes that you make when you're dressing up your page and whatnot usually take about 15 minutes for them to show up. I'm not sure why it takes so long, but it's just YouTube. Oh yeah, you're just making them rich. TikTok, you're making them rich by giving them $15. Everybody does it though. Well, not everybody, but I mean, there's a lot of people that do it. Except what? Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while. I think it's been a while since you've done a live, hasn't it, Gear? Or at least on YouTube. I tell you what, I almost didn't do tonight's because I've got something going on in my back of my neck, around my shoulders. Kind of hurts. Where's my buddy Angel? Angel, you still copying the mail? You still listening? Hey, awesome. Oh no, we're all friends here, Gear. I mean, we just share each other's ups and downs, don't we? Like family. I want you to look. Look at that. What are you doing? Come here. No, wait, no, look, you started something. Come here. Hey, come here. Right here. Right here. Okay, come on. Come on. I got you. Right here. Right here. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Oh, there you go. Good job. You're learning. You're learning. Yeah. Big hug. Come on, you want a hug? Big hug? Give me a hug. Okay. Oh, he's spoiled right there. That baby is spoiled. You can't blame him. He's the smallest one in the bunch. Aren't you? Spent all day running around like a lunatic. One day I'll get one of you all to join me. I want to test out YouTube's guest thing. Just to see how good or bad it is. Just in case I can't use StreamYard. But yeah, I looked at it, but I haven't checked to see how it works. So it would be a new experience for us both. But yeah, I like these strings, these cats tearing them up. I like to see how that guest thing works on YouTube. That's going through YouTube Studio. So yeah, I think so. But I'm pretty sure it's just one guest. I don't know if if you can have more than one guest on it or not. I'm doing good. Just keep up with this right here, and um, I'll be honest with you, I haven't put out a whole lot of videos. If you haven't noticed, I've been kind of slacking on videos. On the phone, it's only one guest. Okay. I wonder. See what happens here. Okay, yeah, I was gonna try to show what it looked like in YouTube Studio, but it wants me to actually create a live. I opened that up on my other channel, and I don't really want to mess with that, but I might try to. Yeah, I might do a video on that. Yeah, I've that whole losing subscribers thing. Yeah, I had 365 this morning. I have 364. So somebody wasn't too enthusiastic about my channel, and that's fine. I may not be their cup of tea or coffee or whatever. It's okay. Ah, okay. Hmm. Oh no. Just have pick a day and mess around with it a little bit. I guess might do it on the other channel, and who knows? It could be even worse. I mean, StreamYard's fairly easy. Well, my live streams, my numbers vary, and it's just mostly people already know that, and I'm happy with that. I don't think I could keep up with, you know, good Lord, could you imagine trying to keep up with as many subscribers, like viewing your live stream? You could have a number, subscriber numbers up to like 2,000 or whatever or more. I I mean, I understand why content creators skip a lot of the comments, and they have a handful of moderators, which like Storm's weather cam. Sometimes I'm on there and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I just leave it running. I come back in the room and check. Sometimes I'll make a comment in the chat, but it's really just, I mean, it's just that channel. I don't really expect it to do all that well because I don't, like I said, I just have a laptop and I don't want to tie up my weather cam with this laptop. But we get some really bad weather or something, like we're going to get heavy snow and it's daytime, and yeah, I'll stream to that channel. Yeah. Yeah, there's some channels that do really, doing really well, and they're just like, yeah, they only pick out. I think they pick the people that come in the most. They're regulars, and they might speak or interact with them a little bit. But I've seen channels that are doing so, just phenomenal, but they only read like once in a while. Just every once in a while, they might read a comment and chat. So I don't know. I just couldn't do it. I just don't think I could keep up with 100 people. There's no way I could. I would have to just be like, nah. I have to be polite about it. Well, Carol, too, that you got to think it could be one of those accounts that lurking in the background. I'll just put it that way. Gathering intel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I cannot complain. Y'all are an awesome bunch. The support is amazing. And feel like I need to give y'all something back. And, I need to put some videos out that are a little bit more meaningful than a short. Do have a few shorts that are doing better than I thought they ever would, but it's because they were pretty popular. The subject matter was pretty popular. And then we're getting something like last I checked was like 1.5K views. Just, it would have been nice if that was subs too, but there were shorts. People were just searching up this sea beer that's been giving a lot of people a lot of grief on the CB here lately. And he's popular and it's trending, and that's why people were hitting my video up. And I was just basically in the video, I was just saying, this dude needs to go away because he's just making everybody's life miserable. And it got a lot of views. Up there, last I checked was like 1.5. We'll go check it real quick. Let me see what. It's weird. I'm not seeing that. Oh, okay. It's because it wasn't a short. I'm looking in the wrong one. Yeah, it's just going to be one of those videos I can't find when I'm looking for it. It'll pop up when I'm not looking for it. Oh, there it is. Go away, Mark Sherman. Oh my gosh. Actually, it's up to 3.6K views. I posted that 4 months ago. Wow. Shame that's not watch hours. Hey, I managed to I managed to check out people's channels, and then I get people saying, "Hey, so and so's having a giveaway. You want to take part in that?" And I'll be like, "Okay, sure, why not?" I don't have Angel's luck when it comes to well, she gets her name drawn a lot. She's got like a rabbit's foot or something in her pocket. Is the ham test hard? Um, for me, I don't think it is, but I mean, you have to have some kind of knowledge. The best thing to do is just take like there's uh exams that you can take online, and there's study materials online as well. Stuff like you what I ought to do is just make a link, or not a link, but a video about that. I'm not a ham operator myself, but I do know the steps to take to get that ham license. And the first one is called technician class. It's fairly easy because one, they've removed the Morse code. So you don't need to know Morse code to take the test, but you do need to at least try to get, I think the lowest you can get is 70% for your grade. But there's some study materials, and there's mock tests that you can take, and that helps you gauge your, how well you've retained that information. So some of it may seem daunting to you if you're not, if you're not a real technical person, if you don't know radio theory and things like that. It might seem like it's a bit much to you, but I promise you, if you just study the test material, I'm fairly confident that most people could pass the test. I personally just chose not to become a ham operator. And I've had over the years lots of people say you really need to be a ham operator. And I'm like, no, the way I look at it, and this is for my own personal needs, ham radio is VHF, UHF, and high frequency or shortwave radio. Okay. Well, I've got VHF, which is my MERS radio. That's a license free radio service. I've got GMRS FRS. That's UHF. And then I've got CB radio, which is HF. And I've got shortwave receivers. I'm practically a ham without having to become a licensed ham operator. And I'm not dogging anybody who's a ham operator. I just, at this point in my life, I just don't have I'm not going to rush out and get mine. Yeah. See, so, I mean, if you've had experience around, I'm sure you had a CB in your truck. If you have a pretty good idea how that works and everything, and it's really not much different than being a ham operator. I mean, just aside from VHF, UHF, and the HF, you also have digital modes, and it's just but I can do all that with everything I've got here. And I hold a GMRS license. My call sign is WRQC 947. But yeah, I used to, Wiley, I used to go by Maverick 390, and then I just dropped the Maverick part, and I just went by 390. I still have a few CBs. I've lost interest in it because we have some a-holes in our area that just makes CB just not really much fun anymore. But I keep the radios and the antenna around because, hey, if things go sideways, I want multiple ways to communicate, even if it is CB, because you got to think those a-holes causing trouble, they're not going to be able to run all that power. And even if they got a car battery or a truck battery, that battery's going to need charged. They're all going to be the same power level. Nobody's going to be out powering anyone else because they're going to be trying to save their battery. But any form of communications in a shit hit the fan situation is better than not having anything at all. Heck, a 2-watt blister pack FRS from Walmart is better than not having anything at all. And FRS shares the channels with GMRS. So even if you don't get your GMRS license, we can still talk to each other. And that's what Goblin and I do. We talk on channel 5 around here. And which I've got a base station, but you know, like I said, it's we just follow. It's hard for me to say because I don't always follow the rules, and I don't want to set a bad example for anyone. But I mean, it's just like CB radio. No one follows all the rules on that either, do they? You know, it's like guys running thousands of watts on channel 6 and nobody can hear anything. And hey, we got Mark Sherman over there in the desert, on the highways and the byways. Nobody can stand him. I mean, he swears he's not running any power. Nah. You can't be coming out of New Mexico sounding like a WLW. You know, he's running a lot of power. He can't sit there and lie to everybody. So here, and let's see, okay, so you put either one of those in the search engine, ARRL or QRZ, and put like study materials or ham test study in that whatever search engine you use. It should come up with one of those two options. And there's also one called ham radio crash course or something like that. It's supposed to make it really easy to get to study and understand what you're studying and then take the test. You know, they're supposed to have a really high rate of success. It's ham radio crash course. Yeah, he is running a lot of power. I don't know what he didn't actually have anywhere to live, and he was living out of a KOA, and the KOA kicked his ass out because he had shady characters showing up at his campsite, and then he was running all his power, and he's just making things miserable for people around him. Yeah, I was a friend of mine. He's passed away. He went by Panty Stretcher. We just called him Stretcher. But I was living in one of his mobile homes next to him, and I didn't pay rent. I just had to pay my utilities. And he would fire up these big amplifiers, and I could hear him on my air conditioner coils. I could hear him on my CB with it turned off. My house stereo. Heck, I could go outside. There's a about 10-foot section of tower still sticking out of the ground, and I could practically hear him singing along on that. Well, not singing, but and I could hear him through that metal on that tower. It was just insane. But we were probably about 1,000 feet apart. So Really is a wonder he didn't blow the receive out of my CB because he was just running a lot. I never ran that much. I think the most I ever ran was 600, and that was on a base running an old varmint. And then when I did want to run the tube type varmint, I was running a little Palomar 150, I think is what it was. Yeah, yeah, which is no different than a fox hunt. Fox hunt same way on ham. You know, they'll triangulate and try to find somebody who's, you know, out there saying, you know, they'll taunt and, you know, tease and everything, and people try to narrow down where he's at, and usually they're pretty close. They get right up on him, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I had a Saturn. I had a Saturn, Galaxy Saturn. I had a Galaxy Malika. I had a some mobiles that were from Galaxy. Superstar. I had a Superstar 3900, I think is what it was, the gold faced one. Nobody on 19 like that. Nobody like that 3900 because I couldn't turn the Roger beep off. It was irritating, so I had to stay quiet on channel 19. It was irritating the truckers. I think when I got back home after one trip to Cleveland, I got in there, read the diagram, and I found the Roger beep, and I just clipped the resistor for the Roger beep so it wouldn't be beeping anymore. Yeah. The Superstar 3900 wasn't much different than a Connex, I don't think. I think they're pretty much the same. Except I think on Connex, if it had the Roger beep, you actually had a switch to turn it off. But the only reason I put the Superstar in my van was because of it was pushing somewhere around 30 watts just out of the radio itself. It was only, and that thing was a skip talker. It was on a 102-inch steel whip on the back of that van, very directional. But when the conditions were right, I was talking all over the place and didn't even have a linear. So, yeah, I'm. Aside from Uniden products, I like Uniden radios. They always have great receive, highly modifiable, but my preference was always the imports or the export radios like the Saturns and the Galaxy 77s and 55. Had a lot of fun with those radios. Used to have a set of 2-element quads, homemade 2-element quads. Yeah, the 99. I never hit a 99, but knew several people that did. One radio I always wanted, and I see them on eBay all the time, was the Uniden 2510. But all the ones that I've seen on eBay so far, either the price is too high or they've jacked the thing up. Or they sell it without the microphone. They're like, the microphone is on another auction. And I'm like, you're such an idiot. You know, it's like, you know, sell the whole thing or don't sell it at all. You know, you're just sitting there trying to make extra money off a stupid microphone. The radio is useless without that mic because it had a channel up and down buttons on the mic, and yeah, it's just stupid. But I don't. No, I don't know if I haven't really hit any. I don't know anything about the new ones, the new 29s, but still have a Bearcat handheld scanner. I've got a realistic patrolman something. It's old crystal type, still works. I've just haven't been looking for crystals. I could find crystals all day long. I just haven't really felt like, buying any to put in it. And with everything going digital, we only have a handful of things to listen to now. It's not digital. And Unidan's got a CB radio. It's a 40 channel AM with digital scanner in it. So you can listen to everything that's, digital that your regular analog scanner can't pick up. But you're going to pay about $500 for that freaking radio. But yeah. Oh, I think I'm running out of gas, y'all. Try to work on some videos. I'll try to put some videos out in the next week or so. Yeah. Afraid so. It's catching up with me. Yeah, the sun's not up yet. I hear you. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna grab that stuff. It's got the lidocaine in it. Try to get that on my shoulders. I don't know why they must have slept in a weird position last night. It's not comfortable. But you guys are awesome. It's been some good conversations going on here on the panel and in chat. Yeah. 7 a.m. sneak up on you. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you on the YouTube streets and Messenger and whatnot. And everybody take care. Have a great night, and I hope tomorrow's even better day. Certainly going to be warmer. I know we're going to be up in the 50s, and I'm going to try to get that problem with the plumbing. I thought I had it fixed, but looks like I have a little problem. So we'll undo all that and redo it with brand new stuff. See how it works out. So yeah, no problem, Angela. Thank you for being here. Gear, Homestead Aquarius, Wiley. Chat's just flopping all over the place. South Florida Sunshine. I don't want to leave anyone out. We had Dawn. She was in here. Trish. Homestead Aquarius. Passamaquoddy was in here. Diana, it was really good to see Diana tonight. I'm glad that she's okay, and it's good to hear from her again. So if I leave anyone out, I'm sorry. I'm actually going Warrior Gardening Warrior Q. I'm always going to leave that Q on there because just how I knew you as Q. Tennessee Bushcrafter was in here. We had LW. He was in here. That was cool. Diva in the Dirt Maureen. She's going to be singing tomorrow at a concert, and I know she's going to knock their socks off. Yeah, like I said, if I left anyone out, it wasn't intentional. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for coming in. We'll see you on the YouTube streets tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Good night, Pastor McQuaddy.